the club station of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, ZS6STN, which is operated today from the shack of ZS6STN. Once again, a warm welcome to everyone on frequency. I trust that you all have had a great weekend thus far, and especially to those who we met yesterday at the West End flea market. It was actually a very hot day, very nice day there, so it was great to chat to a couple of you guys and chat to some of the newbies as well. This Club Bulletin is broadcast every Sunday at 8:45 local time on the following frequencies: 145.700 MHz FM in the 2-meter band, 7.115 MHz lower side band in the 40-meter band. Today, of course, via a relay from the shack of yours truly, Noel, ZR6.X-ray. In the bulletin today, club birthdays, club news, General Ham radio news, special topic of interest or discussion, call-in, swap shop, 40 meters, 2 meters. So let's start with some birthdays of club members during the past week and coming week, and some club news. So first of all, let's look at the birthdays this morning, and I'd like to, from a club point of view, I'd like to wish birthdays to Brett Spears, ZR6 Bravo Zulu, if I got it right, Gilles de Chadneuf, ZR6 GDC. I haven't seen and spoken to Gilles for a long time now, so it would have been nice to see him again at the flea market. Fat Human, ZS6 GPH, Peter Lawrence, ZS6 Papa Juliet Lima, and Krista Dirksen. So I don't have any details of that, and I've looked at this morning. I took the liberty of looking at the South African Radio League database, and I can't find any call signs for Krista Dirksen. So there we go. Brett is on the 2nd of the 11th. It's Gilles' birthday today. So Gilles, you have a fantastic day. Fat's on the 4th, that's tomorrow. Peter is on the 4th as well, and Krista's on the 5th. So wishing all of you many more. In the news today, November 2024 Radio ZS, Balcar 12 scheduled for the 16th of November, and 2025 draft diary of events. Stay tuned for these and other interesting news items. We begin this bulletin with the news of a silent key. It is with deep regret that we must announce that the key of Tinus Fleming, ZR6 Papa Alpha Tango, went silent on Sunday, the 27th of October 2024. Condolences to his friends and family. You're listening to a news bulletin of the South African Radio League. The November 2024 Radio ZS. The November 2024 issue of Radio ZS was uploaded on Wednesday, the 30th of October, and can be accessed from Radio ZS download page. Read about the SRL Centennial Marathon QSO Party. FASTM 25, the meeting of the open source community and the International Amateur Radio Union. Monitoring systems. Brandon, ZS6 Lima Zulu, reflects on SOTA, while Jonathan, Kilo Mike 4 Charlie Fox Tango, tells us about the design philosophy of the CFT1, a 5-band CW field transceiver, specially tailored for POTA and SOTA operations. Read more about this 603T expedition, or about using the batteries from power tools to power your radios. Build a 50.2 MHz oblong loop and watch the presentation from the 2024 AMSET UK colloquium. Eddie, ZS6BNE, asks, what is there to get excited about? And we ask, how strong is your signal? In the museum column, read about Project Diana, the first EMA operation, and there is a hole-in-one antenna raising tool as well. So quite certain topics there in the Radio ZS, so makes it a well worth read one evening. guys who want to do Pota and Sota, get making over here on CW, Transceiver. Barcode to fly on the 16th of November. This news is obviously wind direction permitting and all courtesy of Secunda ARC. Time of launch will probably be around 700 Central African time. But if you cannot be in Secunda for the launch, listen out on HF and various WhatsApp groups for the regular announcements. Barcode 12 will be carrying many fun payloads enabling everyone to participate. From crossband repeaters, yes, a ZS ham CubeSat repeater up at 30 kilometers on the edge of space, together with APRS, Whisper, and even SSTV. So diarize the morning of the 16th of November now. Stuart, ZR1 Whiskey Tango is flying a Whisper beacon on a circumnavigation balloon, which we hope will eventually land on top of the Aussies. But until then, we really would like your help to track it. The Whisper beacon call sign is ZR1 Whiskey Tango on 20 meters and a Whisper frequency 14.097020 megahertz. Its power is 10 milliwatt, transmitting 2 packets every 10 minutes. The first with its grid locator and the second with temperature, altitude, speed, and PSU voltage, power supply voltage. Another payload is SSTV on 433-400 megahertz. This ZS6STN Barcar CubeSat will be transmitting images that contain a quotation. If you are the first person to send through confirmation of the full quotation and its author, you will win a 250 Rand Take-A-Lot voucher. In addition, there will be a special Barcode 12 certificate for all those who manage to receive, decode, and send through at least one recognizable UHF SSTV image. All you need is a handy talkie and mobile phone app, although a UHF YOG antenna may also assist, assuming you know where to point it. Listen in the next week's bulletin for further details and watch the social media and SRL event calendar for further information. Thank you, Secunda ARC, for this exciting annual event. Perhaps this is also a clue to an initial aiming point for your Yogi. The Draft 2025 SRL Diary of Events. The Draft 2025 Diary of Events is available on the League's website. Click on SRL Diary of Events in the yellow menu. Clubs are invited to provide this SRL Secretary with dates of their meetings, flea markets, and other activities. Thank you to the Sasolburg ARC for their dates. Please send your club dates to secretary@srl.org.za. You're listening to a news bulletin of the South African Radio League. SRL Awards and Trophies. If there is a member of your club that needs to be rewarded for his her work in the club, or is there someone who has been active on VHF UHF and higher that should be rewarded? Well, you're invited to submit nominations for the various SRL Awards and Trophies. The nomination forms in MS Word is available on www.srl.org.za/members/AGM/AGMmembers.asp. Please collect all the signatures on one document, convert the document to PDF, and submit it to the SRL Secretary by midnight on Friday the 31st of January 2025. And only you, Secretary, srl.org.za. The awards and trophies will be handed out in 2024 awards dinner in May 2025. The Tinus Lange 7066 Technical Award. Do you enjoy building pieces of equipment to use or in or outside the shack, or software to use for amateur radio? Well, then how about entering the Tinus Lange 7066 Technical Award? The submission must include the actual items, if size and mass allow, or photographs, particularly in the case of antennas, masts, etc., and a complete write-up in an article with illustrations, pictures ready for publication in the Radio ZS. The award is a framed certificate and a cash award of 1,000 Rand. The closing date for entries is midnight Friday, 31st January 2025. Must be sent to secretary@sar.org.za. The first entry was published in the October 2024 issue of Radio ZS. Okay, a little bit of competition news up next. The Cape Town Amateur Radio Centre has announced the results of the ZS1 QSO party. First, Bulletin ARK, ZS1 BAK, 190 points. Second, Michael, ZS4, Bravo Hotel Foxtrot, 89 points. Third, Gerard, ZS3, Tango Golf, and Dion, ZS5, Delta Charlie Foxtrot, 59 points. Congratulations to everyone who participated. Okay, just the propagation report quickly. Hannes Kutsia, ZS6 Papa Bravo Zulu Papa reports that the solar activity is expected to be at moderate to high levels. There are currently 12 sunspot regions with simple to complex magnetic configuration visible. There is a highly probability for C-class and M-class flares. If you want to do your own frequency predictions, the expected effective sunspot number for the week will be around 181. The 10 to 20 meter bands may provide some good DX fun. Especially in the late afternoon and early evening, 6 meters may also hold some pleasant surprises. Please visit the website spaceweather.sensor.org for further information. Just a quick diary of events: 9th of November, Hede Lamar Day; 10th of November, Remembrance Sunday; 11th of November, Armistice Day; 16th of November, the Israel Newbie Contest. So come on, all the newbies, time now to get your radios together. You've got a few weeks, so let's see if you can get up on the Newbie Contest. 23rd of November, the CQ Worldwide DXCW Contest and the Israel 40 Meter Club Contest. 26th November, closing date Newbie Logs. 27th of November, Sandton Power Hour Tech Talk. 28th of November, closing date for the 40 Meter Logs. Okay, before we move on to anything else, what I'd like to do is I want to find out if anyone's out there been listening to the news that can give us anything on the Sandton Amateur Radio Club this morning. So this is ZS6STN standing by for any club news.
ZS6HI.
Yeah, good morning, Keith. As always, thank you very much for taking this opportunity, and so please go ahead and give us some club news.
Thank you very much, Noel, and good morning to all on frequency. Yes, so we'll start with the RAE. So the RAE is behind us, and we have some new amateurs to make contact with and get those call signs into our logbooks. They will also be doing an antenna build at the West Rand Club, building a double bazooka this next weekend, and the following weekend they will be building a linked dipole antenna. So if you would like to get involved in any of the antenna builds, please do let us know. You can talk to info@zs6stn.org.za, or you can talk to Gerrit, ZS6GVH, who is arranging everything with the new amateurs. So once again, congratulations to all those guys who got through the exam, and all those who didn't. Well, there's always a next time, and that'll be in April next year. So hung fuss, and I'm sure you'll get there. Then we want to talk about Baycar. You've mentioned Baycar already, Noel, but Baycar is on the 16th of November. That's Saturday the 16th of November, and apparently the weather patterns are looking good. So that means the wind direction is blowing in the right direction. That's east of Secunda, not into restricted airspace. So we will be flying on the 16th of November, and you heard about two of the ZS6STN, the Sandton Amateur Radio Club payloads. The first being from Stuart, ZR1 Whiskey Tango, which is going to be a whisper beacon doing circumnavigation of the planet, we hope, and we would like you to help track that. And the second one is going to be a SSTV broadcast on UHF, and there'll be a hidden quiz, as mentioned, and a prize for those who manage to, or for the first person who gets the quiz right. So there was a little bit of excitement in the Baycar, so do put that Saturday morning aside. It's only a few hours. The Baycar balloon typically flies for about 2.5 hours, and it'll launch around 7 o'clock in the morning. So you'll still have lots of time to do your normal Saturday stuff afterwards. So use the crossband repeaters, track the APRS, gain the SSTV. There's a VHF and a UHF SSTV broadcast. So have fun with Baycar Balloon, and we will publish more of that shortly as well. And I think that's probably all the news I've got immediately for you there, Noel. ZS6STN, ZS6HI.
ZS6HI, ZS6STN returning. Thanks, Keith. Yeah, all interesting stuff happening. And once again, the Sandton Amateur Radio Club is putting on a great show of activities. So it's really nice to see. Okay, so this morning what I've done is that I've looked at a couple of special topics of interest. And this morning we're going to do a special topic of interest on digital voice the easy way. If you use FT8, then you already have all the necessary hardware to use free DV for digital voice on the HF bands. Most communications and media technologies are going digital. Digitization enables performance enhancements and features that are not available in the analog world. However, digital transmission in the HF bands poses unique challenges, as operators frequently contend with noise, QRM, interference, QRM, and fading, QSP. Digital voice for the HF operator has been developed for more than 20 years, and an overview of the process is detailed at www.arl.org/QST-in-depth. Tremendous progress has been made since the start of the development. HF digital voice no longer requires special hardware, but there's still room for improvement. HF operators who enjoy portable operations or digital data modes should find free DV particularly intriguing. Digital signals are more immune to noise, and there are many tools available for improving performance of digital systems, such as forward error correction. Free DV may already have a modest edge over single sideband under specific conditions. There is a reason to believe that the performance and advantage will grow with time. Free DV sounds the same as the receiver, regardless of how strong the signal is, provided that there aren't too many bit errors. Some users believe free DV outperforms SSB when noise is present. Others feel that SSB sound more naturally, while free DV can sound metallic or robotic. HF digital voice pros and cons. HF digital voice can use less bandwidth than SSB, therefore can help reduce QRM on crowded phone bands. Free DV signals consume between 1/3 and 1/2 of the bandwidth of SSB signals. This is particularly accomplished by encoding voice at low bit rates. Free DV's open source VIA coder, Codec 2, operates at speeds ranging from as low as 700 bits per second to as high as 3,200 bits per second. The faster speeds result in better voice quality. Free DV signals sound quiet, just as FM signals sound quiet compared to AM signals. When you listen to an SSB signal, you hear the other operator's voice along with the atmospheric noise present on the radio channel. When you listen to a free DV signal, you don't hear the atmospheric noise. You hear only the audio that was recorded by the transmitter. However, digital voice systems are subject to another type of noise known as quantization. This noise is created due to the errors that occur when encoding condition signals as discrete signals. So analog to digital, quantization produces distortion in the audio rather than the background noise in analog signals. The future of digital HF voice. Free DV is a work in progress and has contributions from radio amateurs around the world under a free software license. Many contributors are listed on the www.arl.org/QST-in-depth has been adapted to work on bandwidth-constrained geosynchronous satellites, such as the QO100. FreeDV has also been used with internet-based software-defined radios to enable DS communications when propagation is poor or unavailable. FreeDV has many helpful features, including a voice queue that can be used to play a WAV file of your transmission. Digital transmissions opens the door to capabilities that would be difficult or impossible with analog transmissions. For instance, it facilitates automatic testing of HF channel conditions, as well as adjustments of transmission parameters like a VO coder rate. Modulation, frame sizes, and error corrections. It can even embed a link in your phone transmission that shows a live view of your station and an automatically generated downloadable QSL card. Most significant inventions aren't developed overnight. More often, they're the result of a series of incremental advances. HF digital voice technology has just reached the starting line, and it will be fascinating to see how it evolves over the next several years. Well, that brings us to the end of a very, very short description of the discussion about HF digital voice and a program called FreeDV. Just go and Google FreeDV, and you will find all the information. There's lots out there on the net. There's even some video things how to set everything up. And as we've said, it's been going on for about 20 years now. So it makes it very, very interesting, and to show where the advancements that amateur radio has made over the years. So that brings us to the end of the news bulletin this morning, and thanks to all of those who called in on 40 meters and 2 meters. It actually makes it well worthwhile. Okay, so thank you very much to everyone out there listening. We trust that you enjoyed the bulletin today. Please feel free to give comments or any constructive criticism. Join us again next Sunday at 8:45 Central African Time for the regular bulletin of the Sandton Amateur Radio Club. This brings to a close the weekly club bulletin for the Sandton Amateur Radio Club, the ZS6STN. ZS6STN was operated by yours truly, ZR6 Delta X-Ray. Thank you to all our listeners in 7-3, and have a safe and a week ahead. ZS6STN now relinquishes all frequencies for general use. 7-3.